welcome to my channel, Sofa to Makery. I'm Katherine and I'm here to talk all about sewing. So for anyone that is a wonderful subscriber of mine, I'm sorry, I've been missing again for quite a while. So happy new year. I know it's a bit late to say that, but happy new year. Happy 2025. I hope you're all really, really well. So yeah, I have not been on since, I think it was the middle of December when I managed to do my last video, which was just a bit of a catch up and see how you all were. But yeah, life has just been really busy. We had a lovely Christmas. And then, yeah, the new year has happened and yeah, we're back at work and yeah, back into routine. So I'm hoping that I can be a bit more regular with videos. I know I keep promising that and then failing, but I'm going to try my very best. So today is Monday and I thought that Monday is going to hopefully be my regular day for a video, or for recording it and hopefully uploading it, but we'll see how we get on with that. So yes, today is Monday. This morning I have got up with Kirsty and Sebastian. Sebastian's gone off to school, very happy. And then I went for a run this morning. I did 4.7 miles, which is pretty good. I'm pleased with that. I don't know if I've told you on here yet. I don't think I have. Lots of you might have seen on Instagram, if you follow me on Instagram, that I am very lucky and I'm taking part in the London Marathon this year, which is at the end of April. And yeah, we're currently, I think, 13 weeks away. So I'm in my third week of marathon training. So yeah, this morning was just a little run. Yeah, and I was quite pleased. I felt okay. So yeah, it was good. And I am really, really lucky. I am running in aid of getting lots of sponsors for the lovely charity that is Bliss. Now, for anybody that is in the UK, I think it's a UK-based charity. Bliss is a charity that supports families that have premature or poorly babies. And as some of you may know, if you've been following me for a while, we have our little boy Sebastian, who is now 8, and he was born very early. He was born 3 months early, and spent 10 weeks in hospital. Came home on oxygen. It was quite the roller coaster to becoming a parent for both of Kirsty and I. So yeah, we feel extremely lucky that we have our darling boy. He is amazing, and yeah, you wouldn't know the start to life that he had now. He's an absolute miracle, and we are so, so lucky. So I feel really lucky that this is my little bit of fundraising that I can do to give back to such an amazing charity who support families just like ours. And yeah, when you become parents of a premature or poorly baby and you're in NICU, life can be quite overwhelming and stressful. And I think if I can give something back by raising money for a charity that supports families like us, I would be really, really happy. So yeah, I am raising money for Bliss, and I've total so far is £1,012, which I am amazed by. I've only been fundraising for about 5 weeks, and yeah, I'm just blown away by all the amazing people that are sponsored. If any of you have sponsored me, thank you so, so much. I am so, so grateful. And yeah, Bliss will be so grateful for your amazing sponsors. So if you do fancy donating to my fundraiser for the marathon for Bliss, I will put the Just Giving page in the information down below. And obviously, if you do donate, I'll be ever so grateful. And I will keep you updated with my training on here and on Instagram and let you know how I get on. I think at the end of the week I've got to try and do 7 miles, so we'll see how we got on. The legs are starting to ache and I've still got a long way to go. But anyway, less about running. We've done a little chat about that now. I thought I'd update you on life a little bit. So we are, as I said, back in the swing of routine now, middle or near the end of January, actually, isn't it? We've been back at work and school a couple of weeks. I am night nannying in London, which I think I was doing before Christmas as well, which I told you about. So yeah, I'm working with 2 lovely families at the moment. I've got 2 little baby boys, which are lovely. One of them is almost 12 weeks and one of them is 3 weeks today. So yeah, I do 3 nights with one family and 2 nights with the other, and I work the night. So I do 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. and yeah, I look after the babies, give them lots of cuddles, feed them, get them back to sleep, and yeah, and then hand them back to the mums and dads in the morning when they have had a lovely night's sleep, hopefully. So yeah, I'm enjoying doing that. It's wonderful. I absolutely adore babies, and yeah, I'm really, really lucky to be doing a job that I absolutely love. So it does mean that Monday through to Friday nights I am in London, and in the daytime in the week I am hanging at my old family's house, which I'm so lucky to do, which means that I've got a base in London to relax. I can have a little sleep, do some exercise, do some sewing. Although I haven't managed any of that yet, but I'm hoping to this week. So yeah, I'm really lucky. And then I'm back at the weekends, which is perfect. It's so nice to be back as a family at weekends. Last summer was really quite tough being away all for 6 days a week, 24 hours a day. So it's so nice to be back at weekends, having a nice time. We had a lovely weekend. We had a nice roast yesterday. Sebastian did Park Run Junior on Sunday morning, and he did his drama class as well on Saturday. So it's been a really nice, relaxing weekend. Lots of fun stuff and also lots of relaxing, which has been just what we all needed. So yeah, Mondays is my little time to do some things for YouTube. I can do some running, I can do some sewing. So yeah, I've got this little window of time where I can get recording videos, which I'm hoping will become a regular thing. So let's stop waffling and let's get on with this video. So today is all about the makes that I've actually made, which is some miracle, over the last couple of months. There's not loads. My sewing has not been prolific. I mean, there was quite a lot of sewing for the market that I did in November, and I did a bit of Christmas sewing as well. But yeah, it hasn't been prolific, and I'd really like to get back into sewing more regularly. So I'm hoping in the week this week that I can get a couple of things done, which hopefully I will show you next week. But yeah, I'm going to show you the things that I have made over the last couple of months. So let's start with, actually the first three are Christmas presents, but they're clothing items, so I thought I would share them here. And the first one, actually, I think I have talked about already, so I'll gloss over it very quickly, but I wanted to share some pictures of my niece in the dress, the nightie that I made. So the nightie pattern that I use is a new look pattern, which is 6638, and I made my niece this version here. And I made it in a lovely Liberty lawn. I think it was a Liberty lawn. Oh, it's definitely a lawn, and it's really pretty. And I used some trim on the collar that was my great Auntie Barbara's. So it was lovely. And sorry, let's go back again. I just realised that I said my niece's name, and I thought maybe I should not have done that. So I am going to start again. My niece was absolutely delighted with her nightie, as was my sister, which is wonderful. Yeah, she loved it, and she was super pleased with the little mouse that I made as well. So I made her one of the Studio Seren dolls that patterns that you can buy, and I made her the little mouse, and the mouse then had a matching nightie to my niece, which is wonderful. Now my niece loved her. She does not like long sleeves, and I made the mistake of putting long sleeves on it. So my lovely Mummy Makery, she is amazing, has shortened the sleeves so that my niece is a lot more comfortable with it. So yeah, it was an absolute success, and I'm absolutely delighted with it. The nightie was easy to make, and the Studio Seren mouse was an absolute joy to make. I'm completely addicted to all the patterns that you can buy for different animals, and I love all the little outfits you can make. I even made her some little knickers to go on underneath. So yeah, hopefully I've been putting some pictures up here so that you can see what the nightie looked like on my lovely niece, and also what the nightie looked on the little mouse, and the little mouse what it looked like. But yeah, absolutely loved making that, and I was delighted that my niece was so happy too. Next was a present for my nephew this time, and I must make sure that I put some pictures in up here as well. But this is for my lovely nephew, and my lovely nephew absolutely adores wearing dresses, and this is because he has a big sister. And when you get clothes that your big sister's worn, you quite fancy wearing a dress, don't you? And who wouldn't want to wear a dress? They're so comfortable. So my nephew is absolutely mad about rockets and space, and I found some brilliant space fabric. It was a jersey, and I thought that is absolutely perfect for my nephew. So I decided to make the Mizzle dress by the wonderful little Rosy Cheeks. And yes, I made the top half in the rocket fabric, and then the bottom I made in a baby cord that I got from Fabrics Galore. So yeah, I did this version, the longer sleeve version. And he was absolutely delighted with it. I found also some what they called, I can't remember what they're called. They're like little iron patches. I think that's the name for them. And I put I think one was a rocket and one was a planet. I put one on each pocket. I thought that was quite fun to have a rocket on your pocket. So yeah, he was absolutely delighted with his dress. He's been spinning around with it. Apparently it has to be a spinny dress. It can't be a dress that doesn't spin, and luckily this dress does spin. So I hit the nail on the head with my nephew's dress, thank goodness. But yeah, he's absolutely delighted with it and looks absolutely adorable. Yeah, I'm so pleased. So they were my 2 Christmas present makes for my niece and my nephew. And then the last Christmas present make was for darling Sebastian. Now, Sebastian absolutely loves the Minions, and I saw this fabric in a shop in Chichester. I can't remember the name of the shop. If I can remember, I will write it down below. And we were there to meet some friends, and I was walking past and I saw this fabric shop. Kirsty couldn't believe it. She was like, did you know it was there? I was like, no, I didn't know it was there. Genuinely did not know. But because it was there, I was like, I'll have to go in and go and see what they've got. And they had this amazing Minion fabric. Now, Sebastian is absolutely mad about Minions. He thinks they're amazing. He thinks they're very funny. And yeah, I decided it's time to make him some new pajamas. So I made him this. The top half is the Rowan tee by Titchy threads. And then the bottom half are, let me see if I can show you better. Oh, I'm not doing this very well. Ooh, come on, top. Sorry, I'm doing a really bad job. There we go. The Lightning Leggings by, Waves and Wild. That took a moment. Yeah, and I did them both, I think, in a size 7. Sebastian's 8, but he's quite small for his age. So yeah, I did the 7, and they've got plenty of room and they'll last him quite a while, I think. And I used a couple of lovely labels. I put this one on here. I put it on the front, which has thoroughly confused Sebastian because he always thinks labels go at the back, which is what we've told him for ages, because he often gets clothes all the way around. So I put this label on the front because I thought I wanted it to be seen rather than putting one in the neck, because sometimes that can be a bit itchy. But yeah, this one says Stitch with Love, and this is one of the Specky Seamstress labels. So yeah, he's getting it the right way around now, finally. And then in the bottoms, in the leggings, let's see if I can find the label. And I did put this in the back, so I don't confuse it too much. And this is a Carly and the Machine label, which says Love You to the Moon and Back. Yeah, and he's absolutely delighted with his pyjamas. And yeah, as I said, this is a lovely cotton jersey from the shop in Chichester. And I mean, who can resist a pair of Minion pyjamas? He's absolutely delighted with them. So yeah, those are all the children's makes. And then I've got 3 things here to show you that I've managed to make for myself. Now, most of these actually were made, I think, in November last year. I really haven't done very much making for myself over the last month or so, or maybe 6 weeks. So the first one, actually all of them are whips. I'm making you proud, Katie and Rachel. I'm making you proud. I'm sure you both know, you all know, sorry, the lovely Rachel from the French Seams and Katie from Whatever Katie Says, and they do not do whips. So yeah, whenever I manage to complete a whip, I like to let them know. So this one was the Naaty, and I shared this in my video all about the whips because all I had to do was hem it and I think top stitch the neckline and put the label in. So that I took, what, 10 minutes? I managed to finish this and I absolutely love this. So I have written down some notes about the Naaty, well, not very many, but mainly just like sizing things that might be useful. So I made the Naaty in a size 8, and I come up, my measurements are, I'm going to say my measurements once now and then you can refer to them for all the patterns. So my bust is about 34.5 to 35, my waist is around a 31, and then my hips are about 41 at the moment, sometimes 42. Now I made the size 8 in the Naya. I'm going to put some pictures up here whilst I chat about it. Now the 8, the bust is actually 33, so it's a couple of inches smaller, and the waist is 26, which is a good 5 inches smaller for me. But actually the finished garment measurements are 45.7 on the bust and 37.8 on the waist, so there's plenty of ease. So yeah, I could have done, I think actually really my measurements would have put me on a 10 or a 12, but I made an 8, and it, yeah, I think it fits really well, and I absolutely love all the colours in it. My favourite colour at the moment is, where is it, that colour there. Absolutely loving it. I've got a cardigan that goes with that colour really well, so absolutely love this top. So easy to make. I want to make it again. And yeah, I made it out of a lovely viscose jersey that was from Pins and Needles Grey Shot, which is a shop that's no longer exists, but they sold some lovely fabrics. So yeah, that's one of my makes. So it's a bit of a whistle stop tour I'm on a bit of a deadline. So my darling wife is a childminder and she's currently at the farm, and she is coming home from the farm to put the babies to sleep. So I need to be a little bit quiet by the time she gets back, because if I'm yattering away on here and laughing away, the babies are not going to sleep, and that will not be good for anybody. So yeah, so I'm on a bit of a time scale. I've got about another 20 minutes. I'm like just watching the clock, and I'm like, right, I've got to be done in 20 minutes. So sorry if I'm whizzing through. If there's anything you want to ask, just ask away. Right, the next one, which I wore in, I think, my last video, is this fabulous fabric. Look at this. It's from Fabrics Galore. And I've had it, I was trying to work it out last time, I want to say about 6 or 7 years, and it's a lovely brushed, it's like a French terry. It's got this lovely amazing blue on the inside, and I've made the toaster sweater. Now this is toaster version 1, and the toaster version 1 has these raglan sleeves. I don't know if you can see them here, and then it's got sort of a funnel neck, and then it's got a hemband at the bottom, and then the cuffs on the sleeve. So it's a really speedy make. It's a bit like the Nina Lee Southbank sweater, but as a top. And oh my goodness, it's such a speedy make. I made this and finished it on the retreat that I went on in November with lots of lovely friends, and I accidentally put the neckband and the hemband on the wrong way round. And when you put them on, you put the seam for the neckband and the hemband at the back. And yeah, I had it on. I was putting it on and I was like, it doesn't feel right. So as you can imagine, like, this is the front. You see it sort of drooping down, and it must be the shape of this bit here. And I was wearing it and it was like this, and I was like, oh, it doesn't feel quite right. So yeah, I thought, what's gone on here? And then realised I put, in my hurry to try and finish something, I had put the neckband and hemband on the wrong way around. So unpick those, put them on the right way. And when I did do that, actually, I did adjust the length slightly. So let me double check my measurements for this. But the adjustment I made was I took 1.5 inches off the bodice, and just so it just raises it slightly, because what I was finding, it was sort of falling quite low and then not sitting right because it was too narrow for my hips. So yeah, I took 1.5 inches off the bodice and then reattached the hemband on the right way round. Yeah, so I will make sure some pictures are going in. And so for the toaster, I made a size small, which is the second size in, which the measurements for this are tiny. So I don't know, I did cut this pattern out when I first started sewing, which was probably a good, when I started sewing garments, probably a good 8 years ago. And I think I've grown a little bit, not up, out. But it's interesting. But this does still fit really well, I think. So see what you think by the pictures. But I made a size small, which is a bust of 33 to 34. So that's obviously about 1 inch smaller than I am. The waist is 25 to 26, which is a good 5 inches smaller than my waist. And the hips is 36 to 37. And my hips are about 41. So this fits really, really nicely. So I think, yeah, you can size down on the toaster for sure, just one size. And I think the important thing is it fits along, well, for me, I find it fits along here. I don't want it too big on the shoulders. So yeah, I'm absolutely delighted with this. Now I've got it all on the right way round, and I absolutely love wearing it. I'm in a bit of a moment where I'm wanting to make jumpers and sweaters. I think it's the time of year, isn't it? So yeah, and then that leads us on to what I'm wearing, which is another make that I've completed, and this is in collaboration with the wonderful Rachel from the French Seams. Now, when was it? Oh, a while ago. I want to say something like April last year. This is how slow I am. Rachel is complete opposite to that. She is the speediest sewer I know. She is so amazing. So I was chatting to Rachel and said, oh, I've seen this amazing jumper that one of the babies was wearing that I looked after. If I've got a picture of the jumper on, I'll put it in. And it's a navy blue sweatshirt, and it had a Liberty collar. And whenever I put it on the baby, I thought, oh, I just love this jumper. I want one myself. So I mentioned it to Rachel, and she said, well, yeah, let's make one. And then we did it in collaboration, which was lovely. So we had 1 or 2 video calls where we chatted it through. Rachel made hers up in about a week, and then I took about 9 months to complete mine. But I absolutely loved it. So I have made we both made a Billie sweatshirt. Rachel did hers without the puffs, but I've done the one with the puff sleeves. So So it has the gathers here and the gathers on the shoulder. And then it has instead of having just the neckband on here, it's got a collar on it. And this is the free collar that you can get on the Tilly and the Buttons website. So it's the free collar pattern and it fits it absolutely perfectly. I'll try and show you the back. And what I did is it's a bit hard to show you, but I've bias bound the neckline. So I made the collar up and then attached it to the top, then bias bound the neckline, and then at the back I did, I don't know if you can see it very well, should have thought about this, a little sort of snap placket to get yourself in and out, because obviously there's no neckband, you need to be able to get in and out. And then, I don't know if you can see it, but I've got, is it there? Probably can't see this at all, but there's a swing it, shake it, move it, make it label there, which I absolutely love, from Little Rosy Cheeks. And yeah, so it was quite a simple make. Once you got the collar on, it whizzed up really, really quick, and I'm absolutely delighted with it. Absolutely delighted with it. I love a bit of liberty, as you all know, so to have a liberty collar on a sweatshirt is just perfect. I absolutely love it, and it was lovely to be able to make it with Rachel. And Rachel and I, when we met at the social back in November, we got a picture of us with our Billies together, so I'll make sure I put that in as well. But yeah, I'm absolutely delighted with my top, and I loved the fact that I got to do this with Rachel. She's a superstar in the sewing world. We love her. So the last make that I want to share with you, and I have got it just here, is a dress that I wanted to make for Christmas. And the first year that I wanted to make it for last Christmas, not the one that's just gone, the one before, so Christmas 23, but didn't actually get it finished till Christmas 24. So I'd started it, I think in the October or November of 23, or maybe December of 23, but yeah, ran out of time. Age-old story, and didn't manage to get it done. So I finished it this year at the retreat again. So yeah, I've got lots of sewing done there. No sewing anyone else, but just then. And it's the Penelope dress. Can't really get it all in, but I've got some pictures of it's called the Hubbading dress. Hubbading dress by Penelope dress by Hubbading Patterns. Sorry, getting my words the wrong way around. And it's got a yoke here on the front and the back, and then this amazing ruffle that goes all the way around. And then it has sort of a little gap here for you to get it over your head, and then a little loop and a button. I found this little sparkly heart green button I thought went quite well. And then I actually put the Lyra sleeves, the Tilly and the Buttons Lyra pattern sleeves, onto it. So I just hacked the pattern so that I had the top of the Hubbading sleeve and then blended it into the Lyra. And then the length, I've taken no length off. So this dress, if you are tall, needs to definitely be lengthened, unless you like a really, really mini skirt, which is totally fine too. But yeah, for me, it's the perfect length. I haven't just had to take anything off. And yeah, I absolutely love it. It's in this gorgeous cotton poplin that I got from, hold on, I wrote it down because I knew I'd have this moment, Becky's Sewing Studio. It's absolutely gorgeous fabric. It's like the Wiltshire Berries from Liberty, but it's not actually Liberty fabric, but it's absolutely gorgeous quality. I'd highly recommend, and I think Becky has still got some on her website. If she has, I'll make sure I put it down below. But yeah, absolutely love this dress. I wore it at Christmas this year, not this year, 2024, as in like a month ago. I wore it several times and got lots of compliments, and I absolutely loved wearing it. It's a gorgeous dress to wear. It's so comfy. I made, for reference, a size 10, and that was a bust of 34.6, a waist of 28.3, and a hips of 37.8. So it's bang on my bust, and then I just ignored the rest. So I just did the size that was for my bust, which gave me a bust measurement of 38.6, and the waist is then 48.4 and 59 for the hips. So as long as you get the bust right, because there's so much ease, because this dress just goes out, you don't need to worry about the rest. And I absolutely love it. It was wonderful to wear at Christmas. I felt $1 million in it. I felt very festive. It'll go away until next Christmas, and I absolutely love it. And it was a brilliant pattern to follow. I saw the lovely Adele had made it from Sofa Serenity, and she'd made it I think a couple of years ago, and I fell in love with the pattern then and bought it. But yeah, it's taken me a while to get on and make it, but I absolutely love it, and I'd like to make it again, maybe in a viscose next time, and see what the ruffle looks like then. But it's absolutely gorgeous to wear, and I'd highly recommend the pattern and the fabric. So there you go, that is all my makes. Sorry if it was a bit of a whistle stop tour of everything I've made. But yeah, there's things I've made over the last few months. So I'm hoping that I can come on more regularly and show you the things that I've made. Let me know what you've been up to and making. This week I'm hoping to make a backpack, which is a fabulous new pattern from Adam Sews. So hopefully I can share that with you next week. And then hopefully next week I will also share some other plans that I've got. There's a few things that are bubbling away that hopefully I can get done. So yeah, I will keep you posted. But I hope you have a great week. I hope you get lots of sewing done, or some things that you enjoy doing. And I hope that, yeah, I will be back soon telling you what I've been up to and what I'm planning on doing next. Keep well, lovely ones, and I will see you soon. Mwah! Happy sewing. Bye.